I rate Lost Origin as one of the best sets in the Sword and Shield era, and prices have been rising. Is this top 3 in Sword and Shield? Let's find out. Alright guys, we're getting into some interesting sets today. We're getting into Lost Origin. Now, you know me, I love this set. I've been talking about Lost Origin for a while, since release actually, saying that I do feel like the cards in this set and the Giratina are going to be big. Very, very strong trainer gallery. Doesn't have the best pull rates out of all of the trainer gallery sets, but that allows us to have really, really expensive chase cards, drives the value up and the desire and the demand for booster boxes of Lost Origin. One of these sets where I do feel like it could be top 3. Could be top 3. Got to contend with the likes of Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, and Crown Zenith. That's going to be super tough. We're going to take a look at TCG Player today to see what's been going on, to see if it really does live up to those sets. Okay, booster boxes. Let's take a look at this. 142 right now for Lost Origin. So it is kind of gone past that 130 level. A lot of booster boxes around that 130. Dancer Blaze, Vivid Voltage, Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest. So a lot of them are around that 130. Gym Rain have kind of broken that. You know, going into 140, heading up to 150. Lost Origin is getting up there as well. It's not an old set either. It came out just before Silver Tempest. It's not that old. It's not even a year old. Try and get some more restock reprints. I mean, we got here 142. Over here in the UK, you can pick these up for around about 115, 120, which is not too bad. So let's take a look at this. So 3 months ago, it was 110 and it's gone up to 140. So nearly 40%, you know, probably about a 30% increase 3 months ago. We go back 6 months. Let's take a look at this. So it was as low as 100 at one point. It was always around 100 to 105. So overall, it has gone up around about between 30 and 40% over the past 3 to 6 months, which is actually really, really good. We go back a year, we go back since it first came out, it was always been around that $100, and only recently it is been on that massive uptick. And I also feel like that is a big part of it, is that we're going into Scarlet Violet, you know. People thinking that a lot of these sets are hard to get hold of. That's not the case. There's loads of Lost Origin around. It's just going up in price across the board. Still product, as we've seen, pretty much every single booster box in the Sword and Shield era is going up. You know, it's crazy. You know, do I see this set, you know, reaching $200 by the end of the year? Probably not, just because of how recent the set has been. I do feel like there could be more restocks, very similar to when we talked about Silver Tempest. I do feel like Lost Origin is going to be a set which could, you know, could do that. You know, what's been going on with the single card? Like I said, it's got a strong trainer gallery. It's got that Giratina. How have they been performing? So the first card we're going to look at is the Galarian Berserker. This is one of the alt arts in the set. Now, I always judge sets based on how many cards are above $30. And this is $37 right now. And, you know, it's been pretty stable. It has dropped recently from $40 to $37, so no real biggie there. We go back 6 months, and overall, again, this card really has just been up and down, pretty steady across the board. Hasn't really been dropping. We've seen a lot of other sets with, like, the big alt arts dropping, you know, 30, 40, 50%. This has dropped maybe, what, 10%? Not really huge swings on this card. Even upon release, I mean, it's dropped ever so slightly. It's been pretty stable. So this Galarian Berserker is actually doing okay, you know, and I think it will actually go up probably within the next 6 months. But that is interesting to see that it's holding quite steady. Okay, another alt art. We got the Rotom V alt art coming in. This is a pretty cool card, you know, $42. This is another alt art that's been very, very stable, which is actually quite impressive. 3 months. We go back 6 months. It has dropped from 50 to 42. And, you know, maybe $10, $15. Not a huge amount of money lost in this Rotom V. Sitting pretty steady, similar to the Galarian Berserker. And that's one thing with this set. You know, a lot of these alt arts are valuable. You know, this doesn't have many. This set doesn't have a huge amount like the Evolving Skies and Gym Rain, similar to Silver Tempest. Small amount of alt art, unlike Silver Tempest. These alt arts are holding value. You know, they are holding their ground and they're pretty steady. They are dropping slightly, but nowhere near the swings as we've seen in sets like Brilliant Stars and in Silver Tempest. Then we have the most expensive card in the trainer gallery, which is the Chonkachu VMAX. Now, I've been saying this set has a really strong trainer gallery, and it's because of cards like this. So we're looking at $53, and it's been going up. This card's actually been on the uptick over the last 3 months, from $47 to $53. I mean, it was about $55 at one point. We go back 6 months, and it took a massive dive, and it's been on the uptick ever since. Very, very good. You know, this is not an easy card to pull. You know, trainer gallery is a load of cards. Loads of cards share that pull. And, you know, we have the regular Pikachu V in the set, which is another big card. That's around $35. This is sitting at $53. Really, really impressive. Honestly, it is a really cool card. Haven't pulled it though, but it is very good. So this has been climbing compared to a lot of the other cards that we've seen. you know, they've been pretty bad. So this has actually been on the uptick. Now we're going into my favorite card of the set, and that is the Aerodactyl alt art. This is a gorgeous card. Let's take a look at this. So $114, and this actually has been dropping, which is actually quite interesting. So 3 months ago, we're looking at $132, and it dropped to $114. Okay, and we go back 6 months, and this card's been interesting. You know, 120, then it went up to 130. That's kind of been steady. Now it's on the decline. Since its release, it has jumped up massively, right? It came out of the gates really strong upon its release, $144. And yeah, now we're looking around 114 from, you know, recently, like I say, around about $130. It hasn't really dropped a huge amount, you know, maybe about 10%. That's not too bad. Actually, again, similar to the other alt arts, you know, from other sets, have been falling like flies. Aerodactyl's been dropping a little bit, still over $100. Having a card over $100 in the set, as we will know, is good, is strong. That's really interesting to see that even though dropping, it still holds incredible value. Speaking of incredible value, we have the Giratina. Look at this. It's now reached over $300. I know. I didn't expect that, in all honesty. So let's take a look. 3 months ago, this card dipped to $260, and now it's up to, you know, $300, which is, you know, pretty strong. You know, you're looking around about a 15% increase, which is good. It is very good for a card to be going up already at this value. We've seen Charizard drop from Brilliant Stars. We've seen the Lugia drop from Silver Tempest. So for the Giratina, be the complete opposite and is just climbing. I do believe it might actually be now the second most expensive card in the Sword and Shield era. Don't know if it's now beating the alt art Rayquaza VMAX. We'll be taking a look at Evolving Skies in the next video. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one moving forward. Could this eventually get to $500 in the future? I really do believe so. We go back 6 months. This card's been doing bits. You know, it did drop to as low as 210, and now it's on 300. That is very impressive. That is nearly a 50% rise for a card that's already $200. We go back when it first came out. Look at the chart. It came out of the gates really strong. People are like, wow, 270, this Giratina is doing really well. And then it went down to 200, and people are like, oh, okay, it hyped over. You know, people open up newer sets like Crown Zenith. They're not really going back and opening up Lost Origin, and this is not an easy card to pull. You know, Lost Origin actually has some of the lowest pull rates in the whole like Trainer Gallery era of sets. So this is why this card is so valuable. So there you have it, guys. Lost Origin. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments, guys. What are your thoughts on the Giratina and Lost Origin in general? I do feel like this is a strong set. I really do. And, you know, Giratina, I'm shocked. $300. Is it on the road, you know, to going up alongside that Umbreon in the future? I think it has incredible potential. Incredible potential. I don't think I could overtake the Umbreon, but I do feel like it will be up there with the Rayquaza art and, you know, with the Umbreon itself to be, you know, top 2, top 3 most expensive cards in the Sword and Shield era moving forward. So that is really interesting to see this card doing incredible stuff. And across the board, the alt arts haven't really been dropping. They've been pretty stable. They haven't dropped maybe like 10 to 15%. Nothing on the levels of, you know, 30, 40, 50% drop. So Lost Origin is doing really well. I do still feel like it could be top 3, you know, sets in the Sword and Shield era. Brilliant Stars is looking like it's not going to be as good as I thought it was going to be. So that might actually drop out of the top 3. So Lost Origin might have knocked it away from the top spot, but we'll have to wait and see as time goes on towards the end of the year. If you made it this far in the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button, make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And like I say, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on Lost Origin. And if you want to know what's going on with Silver Tempest and the Lugia, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, obviously, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's it for me, guys, in this video. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you all in the next one.